welcome you inside the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, where tonight the puck will drop on the 64th season of RIT men's hockey. Number 23 for RIT is Christian Catalano. The junior forward from Mississauga, Ontario, returns as the Tigers' leading scorer from a year ago, where he contributed 7 goals and 16 assists. Catalano and the Tigers get a tough test right out of the gates here tonight, as they will not only begin the season with a conference game, but they get the preseason favorites in Atlantic Hockey America in the Sacred Heart Pioneers. Good evening and welcome to RIT Hockey Pregame Live here on the RIT Sports Network. Well, after a difficult season that saw the Tigers win just 10 games, the fewest since their very first Division I season, it was an off-season of change for the program, as longtime head coach Wayne Wilson and longtime associate head coach Brian Hills both announced their retirements. In April, athletic director Jackie Nicholson introduced the Tigers' new head coach. Former captain and 1998 RIT grad Matt Thomas became the 8th coach in program history. Thomas comes back home to RIT with over 26 years of coaching experience at the Division I level and in professional hockey, including the last 4 years as an assistant with the AHL's Providence Bruins. Last Saturday, Coach Thomas and the Tigers with an exhibition tune-up here at the Policini Center against Western. We pick up the action in the second, tied at 1. Tigers had been swarming the net all period long, and they finally got rewarded. Tristan Allen sneaking one through. Tigers took a 2-1 lead under 4 minutes to go. Penalty expires. Western looking to clear the zone, and Jack McNaughton, oh, that's not how you do it. Bad clear at the other end. Alex Christopoulos with the goal. 3-1 Tigers after 2 in the third. Tigers on the power play. Watch the nice centering feed here to Christopoulos again, all alone in front. His second of the night. 4-1 RIT. Tigers would go 2 for 5 on the power play while killing all 5 Western power plays they face. Christopoulos gets the hat trick. Great showing by the newcomer. RIT wins the exhibition last Saturday by a final of 6-1. So now the Matt Thomas era officially begins with the first game that counts, and it's certainly a big test for this Tiger team this weekend as they face a program many believe is the favorite to finally get over the hump and win the AHA this season. With more on this opening night matchup with the Pioneers, we have reports from both sides of the ice. We begin first with our John DeTulio, who's live now with RIT head coach Matt Thomas.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. What better way to begin your career as head coach? You get the team that's preseason number 1. How anxious are you? How anxious is this team to really unveil the curtain going up on a brand new year and a brand new era of RIT hockey?
Yeah, I hope anxious isn't the word that kind of describes all our emotions. Obviously, there's a little bit of that, but I think it's more of a kind of an excited feel. You know, there's those butterflies about that you want to go compete, and I think our guys are ready to get after it, so I'm excited about that for them.
Albeit it was an exhibition, what did you learn about your team last week that you can take into this weekend and to start the year?
Well, for a whole new system and a lot of different things that we're trying to implement, I loved our maturity. I thought we managed the game really well. I thought as the game went on, we got better, and I think that's the mark of a really good team. You've got to be able to kind of, when it gets a little bit, it's always going to be a little push and pull with your opponent, and I thought we did a really good job managing that, and ultimately I thought we wore them out.
And then, all right, for the first game, you don't want to overreact or underreact, but what do you want to see specifically tonight from your club against a very good Sacred Heart team?
Well, I think the one thing that you see when you watch Sacred Heart is they're a quick transition team. They're really good in transition. They're good off the rush. They've got some guys that kind of want to push the pace. So for us, we've got to manage the puck well. We can't give them easy offense. We got to make them come 200 feet as much as possible. But we've got to do what we do well. I don't really care who we're playing. Right now, it's about us. And I like the way we've been playing. Our practices have been good and competitive. And I think it's just time for us to continue to build our team identity.
And starting Kuba tonight, veteran, what do you want to see from him tonight specifically?
Yeah, you know what? It's like everybody. There's going to be opportunity here for everyone early, and it's his turn tonight. And he's been really good in practice. He's been a guy that's maybe stepped up a little bit and just put his game a little bit ahead of the other two. But it's close right now. But we like his poise. We like his ability to kind of. He's a blocking style goaltender, so he's big. He's a real good first shot save guy. And the way our system's designed, it's a limit second and third opportunities. So if he can make the first stop, we should be able to do the rest.
What is your emotion level? Think about your first game here as a player, now your first game as a coach. Can you compare what you felt then to what you feel now?
Well, I don't remember too many head injuries in between, but it's the same feeling, right? You just love to compete, and it's the reason that I stayed in the business. Is I just want to compete every day, and I love the game, and I love RIT. So for me, getting out here is just really special. I think it's a great little story for my family, and just getting everybody that's helped me get to this point, including all our alums. It's a special moment, that's for sure.
It certainly is, Matt. Good luck tonight. All the best. I'm fired up at a new era of RIT hockey beginning here in just a few minutes for a preview of Sacred Heart. Send it over to my broadcasting partner, Gene Battaglia. Gino?
All right, thanks, John. Here with head coach C.J. Maritolo, longtime head coach at Sacred Heart. And as Coach Thomas would say, the RIT picked to finish 8th. He'd rather be 10th. You're picked to finish first. What is that like, having that sort of expectation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very humbling that your peers pick you that high, but it really starts tonight. So tonight's we're focusing in on.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your team. I mean, there's been so much change, and certainly the Pioneers no exception here.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost some of our very good players from last year, but I feel my assistants have done a really good job of recruiting a real good bunch of guys. We feel we have a terrific core coming back that we could really build around, and they've done a really good job of assimilating our young guys into the mix.
You know, this time of year, it's hard to get a beat on anybody, so how do you prepare for an RIT team with the Tigers' new system here, new players, everything new?
Yeah, we're really focusing on ourselves, trying to do what we want to do, implement our game plan, get to our identity as fast as we can into this game. And Matty's a great guy. He's going to do a wonderful job here. And I'm sure there'll be a few new tweaks to what they're doing systematically.
And so you got a few goalies you can choose from. You're going with Ajit tonight. Tell us a little bit about your goaltender.
Yeah, Ajit, great kid, great competitor, coming off a very good freshman year. And we obviously hope that he builds on that. He's the backbone of our team. When we make mistakes, he's usually there to cover them up.
We need you to stay around. I like in Atlantic hockey coaches the old Big East where you had all these personalities. So Wayne retired, Coach Riley is gone. We don't have we're going to have a change at Mercyhurst. So you got to stick around here a little bit.
That's the plan. More work to be done.
CJ, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
CJ Maritolo, head coach of Sacred Heart, is coming. We send it back to you.
Yeah, we always appreciate CJ's time, and we hope he does stick around for some time here with Sacred Heart. Always good to share his time with us here on Pregame Live. Well, last season there was no clear-cut number one goaltender for RIT, and that is the case heading into this season too. Although Coach Thomas told us that sophomore Jakub Kurbacek, senior Trent Burnham, and first-year Colin McKenzie will all have a shot to earn that number one spot. For Game 1, you've already heard tonight, Coach Thomas has elected to go with number one. Jakub Kurbacek, the sophomore from the Czech Republic, saw the majority of time in the net for RIT last season. Kurbacek went 5-12-1 with a 3.90 goals against in his first year with RIT a year ago. As for Sacred Heart, head coach C.J. Maritolo will go with the guy he relied on a lot last season, and that's number one, Ajit Gundura. The British Columbia native held the best numbers in the nation for a freshman last season, finishing with a 1.90 goals against average, which was fourth best in the country, and a .936 save percentage, which ranked him sixth in the nation. The Tigers are going to have to get pucks to the net and try to get them past him here tonight. He is a good one in Atlantic hockey and in the nation. Well, still to come on Pregame Live, the RIT women's hockey team opens conference play on the road tonight. We'll have a preview. Plus, tonight, we remember longtime ice operations manager and fan favorite Stu Hughes, who passed away this past summer after a valiant battle with cancer. But first, number 14 for RIT is Tyler Mahan. The senior from Calgary, Alberta, has the honor of wearing the C on his sweater this season. The Tiger captain joins our Kim Coffey live next as our coverage of Tiger hockey continues from the Gene Policini Center here on opening night. It's RIT and Sacred Heart at 7:05. This is Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network. Back here on Pregame Live, the 56th meeting between these two Atlantic Hockey America rivals comes up at 7:05, and all the fans are ready. Of course, the Pioneers, one of the 9 founding members of the original AHA. Estelles on the men's side of Atlantic Hockey America. Everyone else playing non-conference games this weekend. Niagara is underway up in Lewiston against Bowling Green. And the Purple Eagles and Falcons are scoreless after one. Union is at Mercyhurst tonight. LIU faces Canisius at Harbor Center at the top of the hour. Army at Northeastern. Holy Cross at Maine, while later tonight, out west, Bentley is at Colorado College, while Air Force, you don't see it there, but they host Denver just after 9 Eastern tonight. Well, Tyler Mahan has appeared in 109 games the last 3 seasons, totaling 38 points on 20 goals and 18 assists. It's his work on the ice and off that has earned him the C on his sweater this season. The Tiger captain is off the ice from warm-ups, and he's standing by live now with our Kim Coffey. Kim?
Tyler, you guys earned a nice little exhibition win to kind of kick off that momentum for your team last weekend, but now you jump into conference play. What kind of start should we expect to see here in Game 1?
Yeah, we're going to come out humming. We're going to stick to our systems, and we're going to see what we got here.
What are some of the things you guys worked on in practice this week to make that transition?
We're just trying to kind of play with pace and make sure we kind of control the puck in the O-zone. That's our goal today, yeah.
As a captain, you have a new coach, you got a new team. You got to get these guys to gel. How have you been able to do that and bridge that gap?
Yeah, like the first 6 weeks of the preseason so far, we've done a great job at building our culture, kind of changing it from last year, and I think that we're ready for today and for the rest of the season.
What are you expecting to see from Sacred Heart tonight?
A lot of push from, obviously they played exhibition last weekend as well, and they're going to come out hard, but we just got to weather the storm.
Tyler, thanks so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Kevin, I'm sorry.
All right, Kim, thank you so much. Meanwhile, the RIT women's hockey program also opens conference play tonight in Atlantic Hockey America. The Tigers are on the road at Robert Morris. Last weekend, RIT was in Boston for a pair of games against 14th-ranked Northeastern, while the Tigers had a strong showing against the nationally ranked Huskies, especially in the net, led by senior Sophia Belina. They lost both games on the road. Now at 2-2 on this young season, the Tigers believe they've learned some early lessons and are ready to begin conference play tonight.
I think the speed, the physicality is stuff that we can take away from it. And I also think like learning moments, like we can connect more on passes and stuff and get more opportunities in the offensive zone. And so I think those are just kind of some positives and some things to work on taking us into conference play in the rest of the season.
We've learned that in this league, every single point matters, and so it's going to be war, and I think I've used that terminology amongst our league before, is like you walk into any barn or they walk into your barn, and you got to be ready to go from the minute the puck drops. But we're pretty confident in our group. When we play our style of play, it's going to be a fun weekend, but that doesn't mean we look past like that first shift, that second shift, and so on.
Alvarez scoring goal last night.
Yeah, the puck drops on the first of this 2-game series tonight at 7 o'clock down in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Tigers have won 3 of their last 4 meetings with Robert Morris. You can watch tonight's RIT women's hockey game live or on demand exclusively here on Flow Hockey. Well, in July, the RIT community was saddened to learn that longtime ice operations manager Stu Hughes had passed away following a courageous battle with cancer. Stu was 64. Tonight, we proudly remember Stu and what he meant to RIT, its hockey programs, and Tiger fans. Stu Hughes was at RIT for over 4 decades. While his career began with the university grounds crew, the majority of his time was spent as ice operations manager at Frank Ritter Arena and the Gene Policini Center. Through the years, Stu became synonymous with the hockey programs and became a fan favorite on game days.
I mean, how many Zamboni drivers and people that take care of rinks do people really know unless they're working with them? But I think he's a fixture with the hockey program as much as anyone else.
Hughes had the job many hockey fans only dream of, driving the Zamboni. But he didn't just resurface the ice. In fact, on many occasions, he tore it up.
Look at Stu. Donuts.
Who doesn't love the Zamboni driver? You always aspire to drive the Zamboni someday. Where else have you seen anybody do a donut on the Zamboni?
Stu was meticulous. The boards were always clean, the glass always spotless, and the ice, well, as good as it gets. It's that sort of work ethic Stu Hughes valued and tried to instill in others, no matter what the job was.
whatever you do, just take pride in what you do. Do your best.
And that's exactly how Stu lived. He gave his all to everything he did, and it never went unnoticed.
A lot of pride in the ranks and a lot of pride in our program and both programs, men's and women's, but just a lot of pride in RIT, and that's why he stayed so long, and he's been a valued member of the RIT community.
Cross Arena in downtown Rochester, New York. This is the Atlantic Hockey Championship, where this evening the top seed, the RIT Tigers, host the Sacred Heart Pioneers. The Tigers yesterday 3 of 8 with a man advantage. Let's see if they can keep it going as Favit behind the net. Over to the near corner. Tigers keeping it in. Favit up high. Down low to net. Tic-tac-toe and a goal! Tigers lead 1-0.
Well, you said it, Gino. Tic-tac-toe. They cycled it, well executed. Tigers strike first, take advantage of a big mistake by Sacred Heart. This is not the way in a championship game you want to start it.
2-on-1 for the Tigers. Smith scores! Jeff Smith with his second goal of the season. Couldn't come at a bigger time. The Tigers go up 4-0. 5 seconds to go. Celebrate RIT, celebrate Rochester, New York. The Tigers, for the first time, are going to the NCAA tournament.
Oh, a magical night in RIT hockey history 15 years ago. You can tell by that video. 2010, did it really look that bad as the Tigers won their first AHA title? And who could have imagined the march to the Frozen Four that followed that year, including that game? RIT leads the all-time Division I series with the Pioneers and is unbeaten in 7 of the last 10 meetings. RIT now with 4 AHA titles. Sacred Heart still looking for its first. They were the runners-up in 04 and again in 2010. Well, for just the 3rd time in the Division I era and the first time since 2016, the Tigers open the year at home with a conference game as we bring in John and Gene, who begin season number 18 on the call here tonight. Wow, and guys, 6 returners for RIT, 11 newcomers, a new head coach, and they get the team to beat in Atlantic hockey to start it all off.
It's not all new. You're back, Kevin. You're back, John.
Yes.
Good to have you back.
Buddy, another 18 years, my man.
18 years, and happy to have Dave Insulaco back. Coach, welcome. And thanks for your time.
For me, too. This is going into my 18th. So
yeah,
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All together at the same time. Dave, just before we ask you about Sacred Heart, just kind of your general thoughts on what you think of this team so far, your team.
We have a lot of new faces. We played really well last week. Today will be a different game, and I'm excited to see what we have in that locker room. But we've brought in some good players. The guys have worked hard the last 6 weeks, so it's time to perform.
Dave, when I look at you on the blue line, 7 guys who will address tonight are returning players. Do you feel that's the strength of your club?
I think blue line? I think at this point it is. They're long and rangy, and they all skate well. Last season, I thought we went through some growing pains with some young guys, but I'm optimistic that this year we'll reap the benefits of those growing pains last year. So I'm excited about the group and excited to watch them play today.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say that at this point of the season, it's more about you than the opponent. But with that being said, it's a quality opponent you're facing tonight. What should we expect out of Sacred Heart here?
Highly skilled, fast team. Really good offensively, good off the rush and in transition. They'll run a lot of motion in O-zone. They'll get into a 1-3-1. Their D will be active. So we'll have our hands full for sure, but we're focused on ourselves and playing to our identity and staying with our structure.
Dave, what's it been like for you? You've been around Wayne and Brian. Now you're around Matt. I know you know some of the assistant coaches, but how's it been for you with the new coach, with the coaching change?
It's been awesome. Learning every day, growing every day. Matt's a great coach and a great motivator, and I'm just looking forward to the start of the season.
Oh, well, go get him tonight, Dave.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dave Insulaco,
Man.
18 years, same time we came in.
It's hard to, hey, great things happened back in 2008, my man.
As we take a look at our players to watch tonight, he mentioned how they like to jump in on the rush. Mikey Anderson is a defenseman you got to watch jumping in, John.
4th on the active leaders for goals amongst defensemen, 17 career goals. No doubt about it. I mean, they're good. They're good at the blue line. They've got forwards. I tell you, this is a well-balanced team. Speed, that's the same thing that Dave just said. Matt said the same thing. They are a fast club, and starts with certainly with number 6.
And for RIT, so many new pieces. And John, we're seeing whoever the best is right now is going to play. Christopoulos, 3 goals in that exhibition.
You earn your playing time. You earn your ice time. And we saw that last week in the exhibition game. Alex Christopoulos with the hat trick. I'm excited now. He will be, his line will be Caleb Elfring and Boris Scalos. I'm anxious to see that line. It's the 3rd line, but I'm very excited to see number 25, the transfer from St. Francis Xavier.
Well, Kevin, they've turned the lights off here, which means we are getting ready for hockey as we send it back to you.
Yeah, we can't wait. Looking forward to the call at the top of the hour, guys. Thanks so much. When we return here on Pregame Live, we'll take you inside the Tiger locker room to hear what Coach Thomas had to say to his group before they took the ice here tonight. That's next. You're watching Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network.
Listen, I think it's really, really important that you guys understand. You're ready. You're more ready than you think you are. You put in a lot of time. We've worked real hard. Our confidence should be sky high, right? Be a confident bunch. Know what you do. Trust your instincts. You got it. You got it. We've been good. Now let's go show everyone how good we are. All right, let's be ready to go.
RIT coach Matt Thomas and the Tigers ready to show how far they've come over these last 6 months since he took over the program in April. A tremendous test and opportunity, for that matter, for RIT2 with Sacred Heart in town, as introductions have begun with Rocky Parada down on the ice. Just a reminder that we are back with you tomorrow for the finale of this 2-game series between RIT and Sacred Heart. Our coverage begins at 4:30 with Pregame Live. We'll have Coach Thomas and Coach Maratolo on live, as well as a feature on 2 of the new assistants that you might remember, Shane Matalor and Josh Mitchell, joining the staff at RIT. We'll hear from them coming up on Pregame Live at 4:30, face-off 5:05 here on Flow Hockey. Tickets still available for tomorrow night's game and all future Tiger home games. Grab your seats now by calling the Policini Center box office or online anytime at rittickets.com. Remember, the GPC has instituted a clear bag policy. For more information on that, visit rit.edu/arenas/clear-bag to find out what you can bring to the game and what you can't. Well, that'll do it for Pregame Live. Gene and John will have the call for you tonight, and I'll see you back here for the intermission report. Until then, enjoy the game, everyone. RIT Sacred Heart is next here on the RIT Sports Network.